It's not easy finding a Batman. You need someone that's built like a superhero, has the acting chops to play a brooding, torture billionaire, and who can also pull off that voice. You know the voice we're talking about.
I swear to God. Swear to me!
For every new Batman who makes it to the screen, there are countless would-be Dark Knights who didn't quite make the cut. Let's take a look then at some of the actors who almost got the chance to be Batman, from Colin Farrell to Bill Murray?
Yes, it's true.
It took 10 years to make Tim Burton's Batman after the movie rights were acquired, and a great many actors were considered for the part of Bruce Wayne in that period, including future James Bond himself, Pierce Brosnan. Brosnan admitted that he had trouble taking the character seriously at the time, however, a fact which he understandably regrets in hindsight.
Now there's a concept.
While rumors at the time suggested that Willem Dafoe was being considered for the part of the Joker in 1989's Batman, the truth is that he was actually in the running for Batman instead, which, we're not sure which role would have suited him better, but it's a moot point now. And besides, Dafoe eventually played the Green Goblin in the first Spider-Man movie.
I'm sorry I'm late. Work was murder.
When Michael Keaton dropped the Batsuit after 2 movies, the studio found itself scrambling to find a suitable replacement for 1995's Batman Forever. Word has it that Tim Burton, who remained on board as a producer, suggested his frequent partner Johnny Depp, though we'll probably never know how seriously Depp was considered for the part.
Okay then, let's move along.
Prior to Batman Begins, the Batman film that seemed most likely to escape development hell was Wolfgang Petersen's Batman vs. Superman. Similar in concept and tone to 2016's BVS, this version would have pitted the two heroes against one another before joining forces to confront Lex Luthor and the Joker. Colin Farrell seemed to be the frontrunner to take over the Bat mantle during this time, but eventually the project fell apart and the studio turned its attention to J.J. Abrams' Superman Flyby, and that's a whole other story. Farrell, meanwhile, would instead go on to play the villain Bullseye in 2003's Daredevil, which seems like a poor consolation prize.
Let's play.
Jake Gyllenhaal was considered for Batman Begins, even winning the support of writer David Goyer. However, director Christopher Nolan elected to go with Christian Bale. Gyllenhaal's name again surfaced for BVS, but it still wasn't to be. Yet, after seeing the actor get into superhero-worthy shape for 2015's Southpaw, we're holding out hope he'll get his chance someday.
What I gotta do? Say it again?
No actor has come closer to the elusive honor of playing Batman and then had it snatched away. Armie Hammer was attached to star as the Dark Knight in Mad Max director George Miller's Justice League Mortal.
You want me to wear a mask?
Hammer even got as far as the costume fitting stage before the film was cancelled, due in large part to the 2007 Writers Guild strike. On the bright side though, Hammer did eventually get to play a different sort of superhero thanks to 2013's Lone Ranger. We think that's the bright side. Before the late Heath Ledger made his electrifying turn as the Joker in 2008's The Dark Knight, he was offered the role of Bruce Wayne in 2005's Batman Begins. However, Ledger, like many actors before him, had little interest in starring in a comic book franchise. But after Ledger saw Nolan's dark, brooding take on the franchise, he apparently was impressed enough to sign up for the sequel, and we're forever grateful that he did.
And here we go.
Before Tim Burton took charge of what would eventually become 1989's Batman, Ivan Reitman was attached to reboot the franchise for the big screen. And Reitman reportedly looked to his Ghostbusters star Bill Murray to don the cape and cowl. This more comedic Batman film also was rumored to feature David Bowie as the Joker. For better or worse, eventually Warner's shifted gears, and now we'll never know if Murray can clobber thugs as well as he can bust ghosts.
I blame myself. So do I.
As hard as it is to imagine anyone besides Adam West starring in the campy 1960s TV show, that's almost what happened. Lyle Waggoner was ABC's other main choice, and there's even a screen test of him with would-be Robin Peter Dale. Ultimately, the network elected to go with West and Burt Ward's more comedic takes.
Batman? Yes, Mr. Wayne.
But Waggoner did get to spend time in the DC universe eventually, as he went on to play Steve Trevor in the 1970s Wonder Woman series.
Oh, please call me Steve.
So there you have it. Many have tried out, but few have earned the coveted role of Batman. For more comic book movie madness, check out the 7 movies you didn't know were based on comics. And for all your superhero needs, be sure to like or subscribe to your IGN platform of choice.